It's the sheriff, and I have conquered the giant Mises. I captured the large-eared buck-toothed one, and now he is my friend. His name is Jingle. This is my best Christmas memory ever. Do you have any good Christmas memories?
Hello and happy Vlogmas Day 9, everybody. Today we are going to start a new contest, but first I wanted to ask you, do any of you have any fond Christmas memories? Your favorite Christmas memory, either as a child or as an adult? A memory that you wouldn't mind sharing with everyone else? Maybe a memory that we could read aloud during a video in the near future closer to Christmas. I know personally I have a couple of great memories, and I'll share one with you. When I was about 15 years old, everybody in my school was getting class rings because we were entering into high school, and getting a class ring was a big deal. I don't know how big of a deal it is today, but back then it was a big deal. We got the catalog. I picked out the perfect ring and the perfect stone. And the stone that I had picked out was a little bit different than the stones that were in most of the other rings. So as people started to get their class rings, I came home from school one day and my mom informed me that they weren't going to be able to deliver my class ring until after Christmas, because the stone that I had ordered, it was going to take longer for them to produce that one. So needless to say, I was a little disappointed. I was hoping to have it by Christmas so that when we went back to school after Christmas break, then I would be able to wear my class ring too, like my best friend down the road. Well, on Christmas Eve, my mom and dad had told me that they had a rent-a-claus coming to the house because of my nieces and my nephews. So I didn't think anything about it. My best friend was over and my family was there, and here comes Santa Claus. Well, as Santa Claus is passing out gifts in the gift bag, he has one for me. And I still didn't think about it. I thought, well, my mom and dad had just bought me something and gave it to him to give to me. So I took the package out, I opened it up, and inside was my class ring. And I get emotional because my mom was not feeling well at the time, but she had made arrangements with the owner of the company to expedite my class ring to me so that I could have it when I went back to school. And that's what the rent-a-claus brought to me, was my class ring. And that was my very, very best memory of Christmas. And to make an emotional story kind of funny, my niece, who was about 3 at the time, when it was time for Santa Claus to leave, we didn't realize that she was standing at the front door and she was watching him. She turns around and she looks at her mom and she says, Mommy, I didn't know Santa Claus drove a Cadillac." We just laughed. It was so funny. And I still have a picture to this day of me and my best friend kneeling down on Santa Claus's lap after he had given me my class ring. So, do you have a fond memory, hon?
I got a funny one from the restaurant.
Would you like to share it?
When my mom and dad first bought the restaurant, we had to work on it besides being open. And I worked in the morning. We used to get our potatoes in great big boxes that are 100 pounds, because they used to sell baked potatoes at nighttime, a lot of them. And when I was going through the potatoes one day, I found this great big one that had a big bulge and a small bulge, and it had 2 little tubers or knots on it, and it was shaped just like a snowman. And it was it was already December. And like I said, we've been working on the restaurant, so there was some spackling compound left, like you patch holes in the wall with. So I took some of it and coated this potato all white and decorated him up so he looked like a snowman and set him back in the kitchen. Well, one of our waitresses, Mary Ann, seen it, and she just thought it was the neatest thing. She went out front and they had an extra poker thing, like you put
orders
tickets on. The old kind used to stick over, and she skewered that potato so it would stand up on its own, and was showing it to people and stuff. And it laid there for, I don't know, a month like that. She'd take it out front and show it to people and then leave it. And like 2 or 3 weeks went by and it hadn't been touched. And it had been sitting back in his kitchen, which stayed pretty warm all the time. And she came back one morning, it was just after Christmas, and said, hey, one of the ladies out here wants to see. It's one of the ladies who used to come in every morning and eat breakfast with a bunch of other women. And she grabbed it and walked away, and I didn't think anything about it. A couple minutes went by, and I heard somebody scream, so I dropped what I was doing and ran out front so I could see. Well, as the ladies were passing the potato around, they kept grabbing it by the stand that it was sitting on, and this lady grabbed it with her hands. Well, that poor potato had rotted in that month. It sat back in the kitchen, so when she grabbed it, it basically exploded. All the stuff out of the inside had turned rotten and dropped out on her and on the table. And, oh boy, it stunk. It was bad. And the ladies at the table were covering their face, and they were laughing at her.
That would be stinky.
And I was laughing, but she was laughing too. So I helped her get all cleaned up, and I apologized. And she told me it wasn't my fault. It really was a cute snowman until she touched it. She kept going, it exploded on me. It exploded on me.
That rotten potato smell.
Man.
That's funny. So what our contest is going to be about this time is, if you would, share a favorite memory in the comment section. That's all you need to do to enter, is just to share a favorite Christmas memory that you wouldn't mind having other people read. Now, this contest is going to go from the time this video posts until midnight on the 15th. The winner will be drawn in the video on the 16th of December. So on midnight on the 15th is when this contest will end. So please join us, participate, like and subscribe. Click the notification bell so that you'll know when we upload a new video. Share the word with your family and friends if they'd like to come and join our contest and participate. We enjoy doing this. We love having you all. There's not been a lot of things to smile about in the year of 2020. Penguin gets emotional sometimes, too much. But it's been a hard year for everyone. And we just like to bring a smile to someone's face. If they're alone, whether they have family, it doesn't matter. Just something to bring a little smile. Is there anything you'd like to say, hon?
Get well wishes.
Yes, and continued prayers for Mama Dee Dee from Sarah Jane's Journey. Sarah Jane's mom, continuing to pray for her. She's such a sweet lady. We just absolutely love Mama Dee Dee, and I know most of you are familiar with her. So if you would, please say a prayer for Mama Dee Dee that she gets well and recovers soon. And also, our foodie beauty is not feeling very well herself. So if you could all keep her in your thoughts and say a prayer for foodie beauty as well. So I think that's about it. We're going to wrap this up. Let the contest begin.
Yeah, please enter.
Yes, please enter the contest. We will be back with another video before the night is over. You know how we are. Some kind of video, one way or the other. Happy Vlogmas!